Yep. So this is the start of March recording for my capstone project. So at this point, I made some pretty good progress on it, and there's only one last update to do. This is where I was basically not too long after the capstone showcase. So I'll just go over what I have right now, and I'll go over the code. So contrary to last time, you don't see it in play, but there was the hitbox visible on the player, which would be later on the block box. If you're familiar with traditional fighting games, when somebody has a projectile that is in your or any hitbox that's thrown in your area, if you're holding back and it enters your block box, you block it. I'm still working on the implementation behind it, so right now it's just a sphere around the player that's been properly put together. Aside from that, I just have the if you press Q, the fireball now spawns. And you can see the hitbox travel with it, and the hitbox is not constantly visible. If you just press E, the hitbox will spawn, and it'll be like that. The next step, what I plan to do, would be to add a different kind of hitbox on a different button because this is a 3-button fighter. So possibly on my Z key, I'd have like a light button. And then later on, much later on, I like to possibly add like through a enum how I like to implement it. So where it just adds one or two, and then that determines if it's a low or a light. And then based on what I send in, I'm going to override what I'm sending in with a variable, and that will determine what the size and variable hitbox is. If I go to how I implemented it, I'm just gonna show over here. So it's over here. I moved the hitbox over here, so it checks over here to draw it. The fireball itself is also constantly drawing its position, and then it is no longer hard set over here. The code has been removed. And that is where I was not too long after until now. I'm just gonna add a little bit more finishing touches, and then likely just possibly add the fact that you can get pushed back when you get damaged by something, and the changing hitboxes on size.